All right, good morning. A happy Thursday to everybody. Chief Meteorologist Hunter Williams here with you. We've got another round of pop-up scattered showers and storms for your Thursday. Overall storm coverage like 40%. So again, not everybody getting rain today, but just like what we've seen the past couple of days, where these storms form, a few of them could pack a bit of a punch, some wind, some locally heavy rain. By tomorrow, Friday, rain chances are dwindling, and this weekend's going to be hot and mainly dry. And likewise, for us here in Central Texas, next week's looking hot. However, maybe other parts of the state getting a little early taste of early fall. We'll talk about that coming up here in a second. Head over to the graphics now. Here's our severe weather outlook. Remember that yesterday we had that level 1 risk. Today, just the general thunderstorm risk, so no formal severe weather risk from the SPC. We do have this level 1 risk, though, for minor localized flooding. So this is the excessive rain outlook, which includes just about all of us here in Central Texas and down into South Texas. So anywhere there could be some quick pockets of maybe 1 to 2 inches of rain that could cause potentially some minor flooding. Let me go over to the radar, and I'll show you what it looks like this morning. So this would be just after, or very close to 7:30 this morning. Certainly not raining everywhere, but we do have some rain around. So let me actually go over to this and we'll analyze this for you. We'll put it into motion. These are just very light rain showers out here around the Marble Falls area, even some into parts of western Travis County. The heavier rain, though, is to our west over parts of the hill country. So we'll switch over to another radar here just so you can see. We'll see if my system wants to work. Again, it's nothing too crazy, nothing is severe out there right now, but we do have, the system doesn't want to work, but we do have some rain out there even this morning. I think this morning it will mainly be shower activity, but as we go to the afternoon, I think that's when we have a higher chance for maybe some locally heavy downpours. So here is the latest run of our HER model. We'll refresh this to get all the latest data in. And it has picked up on some of these showers around through this morning. So again, as we're heading to work, sending the kids to the bus stop, we'll have some mainly light rain and sprinkles around, more of a nuisance than anything else. So you can see the time up here on the top panel left. As we go into 10, 11, noon, as we get like mid to late morning, probably a little bit of a lull where, a lot of those little sprinkles will have weakened, but basically we've got a weak front kind of grazing us today. So as we go into the afternoon, another round of these pop-up showers and storms. So this is 3 o'clock, 4, 5, 6, 7. It will be just kind of random placement. So I know just depending on where you live, it depends on what happens in some areas. Even though we've had these pop-up storms the past few days, haven't really seen much of anything. That could be the case again today. It might not be just right over the central part of the Austin metro, but about a 40 to 50% coverage. Then as we go into 9, 10, in the overnight, things are looking mainly dry. The rain chance for Friday is going to be lower. Now let's go through the temperature part of this. The little front and the added cloud cover and the rain, it's definitely going to keep us cooler today. So we hit 101 yesterday. Let's go through this. So here's noon, 2, 3, 4. This high-res model is keeping us at about 94 today in Austin. I have the high temperature around 95 today in Austin, but I think low to mid 90s, maybe a few upper 90s sprinkled in. I'm certainly not seeing a lot of triple digits out there today. So average for this time of the year is about 98. So this would have us a little cooler than average. Then I'll just show you an example of what the rain could look like. Again, very spotty, where maybe some areas get a heavier downpour and others completely miss out. So that will be the case again today. Some are going to completely miss out on this. Okay, so that's the local forecast. Again, hit or miss today, smaller rain chance Friday, just widely isolated, then mainly dry and hot, upper 90s, lower triple digits as we go into the weekend. But I do want to talk some about the tropics, and here's the overall tropical outlook this morning. We have Aaron, which is off the coast of the Outer Banks. We have another wave back behind it with a high chance of development. And as we look at this, I'll also show you what the tropical radar looks like this morning. Let me get that pulled up for you. There you go. So obviously you can see Aaron's the big one, swirling off North Carolina. There's another wave back behind this. Here's another wave. And another wave coming off the coast of Africa. So Remember, September 10th is the climatological peak of the hurricane season, so it's not like a complete surprise that we've got activity right now. We expect things to get active. But, of course, what most folks are wondering, well, is this going to be a concern for the United States? Well, let's talk about it. So, again, we've got one system here which has a high chance of development, and I'll get you back over to these graphics. One system has a high chance, this one a low chance, and then this one has a medium chance. This one is going to stay off the East Coast again. In fact, it's probably going to be even farther east than where Aaron was. This one, just low, not super worried about it right now. I think this one will be the one to watch. So it's just an area of investigation right now. So it's Invest 99L. Here are the model tracks off of this, the spaghetti plots. Again, it's way over the open Atlantic. It's not going to be a problem for land anywhere anytime soon. You can see what those look like. We'll kind of broaden things out. This is the model guidance off the European model, and you can see this black line is the ensemble mean, which kind of takes this generally in the direction maybe of the Caribbean over the next several days, but then that would be like kind of the end of the run. Here's the intensity guidance for it. Does bring this up, many of the members to like tropical storm strength, maybe a little bit beyond that depending on the model. And then this, I'll show you, these are the European ensemble odds of a tropical depression. So when you get into the blue and like that greenish color, that's like a low chance. And then the yellows, oranges, and reds, that's a higher chance of formal tropical development, so at least a tropical depression forming. So you can see obviously where Aaron's going to track offshore. We've got that system back behind it, which will develop and probably head up north. This one, again, that we'll watch behind it, too early to know exactly where that's going to go. But I think of all the stuff out there right now, that's probably going to be the main one that we watch. So that's your quick tropical update. Then here's what's going on with the precipitation outlook, 6 to 10 day outlook. So this is August 26th through August 30th, and it is actually favoring above average precipitation here into central and south central Texas and the Austin area, and maybe well above normal precipitation into parts of the Texas Panhandle. We'll see how that part of the forecast goes. But here's the temperature outlook, and this maybe you've heard a little bit about. Again, this is August 26th through the 30th. The dark blue with a high likelihood of cooler than average temperatures for areas to our northeast, and that does go down into parts of Texas, where we're seeing some signs in the models of maybe a little early season cool front around the middle to the end of next week. Now, for us here in central Texas in the Austin area, I'm not super convinced that our weather's really going to be all that much cooler. But again, maybe a little cooler, maybe some lower humidity, some more refreshing mornings, especially for North Texas, the DFW area, and the Texas Panhandle. But I think we're going to be in that battle zone. Maybe if we were getting into late September, I'd feel a little bit differently. But here in August, still a little tough to get cool air to come our way. For example, here's the national model blend. This isn't exactly what the high temperature will look like every day in Austin, but I think it gives you a good idea. For the next, for today, tomorrow, Thursday, Friday, will be mainly mid-90s, slightly cooler than average as a result of the added cloud cover and some of these rain chances in that little front. Over the weekend, this model keeps us upper 90s. I think we're going to be a little hotter than that. I do expect some lower triple digits, especially for Sunday into Monday. And then middle to end of next week, around the time where that front would start to be showing up, the national model blend is keeping highs mid-90s, lows low to mid-70s. Again, is it possible that maybe we get some sort of like more minor impact from that system around the middle of next week, and maybe the mornings go a little cooler, or the humidity drops, or maybe afternoons are slightly cooler? Maybe. But right now I would say that's pretty low confidence, pretty low likelihood, again, to get a front like that late in August. Not climatologically favored for us. But that's what's going on. Again, hit or miss storms are in the forecast. For today, we've got some showers around this morning, 40% through the day today. Low end risk for some gusty winds or some locally heavy rain. Similar Friday, just lower coverage, so about 40% today, 20% Friday. Hot this weekend, and then next week, probably still just hot, but we'll keep an eye on that front for you. We'll continue to post these updates, so y'all stay safe through the day today, and we'll keep the updates coming.